Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Everything Spice. My name is Tanya. Today I am making, look at this people, Nigerian porridge. It's actually beans. Okay, it's Nigerian beans. They call it a porridge though. So, what do I have for this porridge? I have honey beans, and I got these off the internet. These are their version, and I have soaked them. I am going to saute in my Instapot. We're going to do an Instapot meal because I want to pressure cook. First time I'm pressure cooking. Oh, help me, Lord. Please, God, be with me. All right, I got two of these called Maggi's, which is seasoning. I'm going to put in. I got some chicken stock I'm going to use. I have a half a cup of this, which is their palm oil. I'm using some, they have Roma tomatoes for, but I'm using whole tomatoes because I don't have Roma tomatoes. I'm going to use some garlic. I have some shrimp bouillon. Here's the Maggi's. This is what they look like. They're like bouillon cubes, okay? It's already snap, crackle, popping. There's some shrimp powder, pepper, habaneros. I got my gloves, and 1 onion, okay? So 2 onions. I'm going to saute this at first. Okay, I'm going to get this all ready in the pot here, because that's pretty loud. Hang on here. You need to calm this down. All right, calm down there. All right, snap, crackle, pop. Let me stop this right here. So I'm going to cut up my onion and start sauteing in my Instapot. I kind of feel like it imparts a little bit more flavor. Call me crazy. Probably already do. But I think it really does help a little bit. Saute onions and the peppers. Not the habanero, of course. And be very careful with habaneros because I'll tell you what, they will burn. I can smell it already. This stuff is smoking. Now, depending on your aversion to spice, you might not like that, but it is traditional. Just so you know. It's a traditional thing. All right, so I'm going to put this into the pot, and hopefully the whole thing will not ba-boom, because it's very, very, woo. Here we go. Starting to saute, my friends. You know I love sizzle. And I've used the Instapot before for slow cooking, but I've never used it for pressure cooking. My mother had a pressure cooker years ago. And it was one of those, dear God, those ones that sound like an airplane taking off, very dangerous. This thing has the Instapot has 10 points of safety for their pressure cooking, so it's not going to happen. We're not going to blow up. And it has safety features so that it ensures that it's not going to blow up. So I feel confident that I can do this. I feel confident. I think my mother would be proud that I'm using a pressure cooker. Mom, using a pressure cooker. Aren't you proud of me? Yes, she says yes. I can hear her from the heavens saying, yes, I'm very proud of you, my daughter. Okay, so I'm going to cut up the peppers. I'm going to saute them. And then I got to get some garlic in the pan as well, because I kind of like that. This is more or less, garlic, pepper, and onion. What is that? Now, a mirepoix in French. Okay, so a mirepoix in French, right, is garlic. No, not garlic. Onion. Onions, garlic, and carrot. Or, no. Onions, celery, and carrot. That's a mirepoix in French, in France, right? But in Cajun cooking, it is an onion, pepper, and garlic. So kind of doing the Cajun mirepoix, not the French one. All right, so I'm going to saute. All right, so we're going to do pepper while we're sauteing this. Saute. Then we're going to put some salt. Now, I'm going to gauge it because I don't think I want to use a lot of salt. Maybe this much. And this is for sauteing the onions and the peppers. I don't want to put too much salt in this because there's going to be salt in the Maggi, which is the seasoning cubes. Okay, so this is my Instapot. I love it. I've used it for slow cooking, as I mentioned before, but I haven't used it for pressure, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Garlic goes in. That's my next. I'm using this pre-made garlic, but you can certainly use fresh if you wanted to. Put a couple of things in there. I also want to show you my mother's beans. She made these gorgeous French beans she was very famous for. And eventually I want to do that for you guys. Put this all together. Saute it just a bit. And then everything goes into the pool. Come to the pan. Let me get you over here so you can see it. Look at that. We're going to saute that a little bit, get translucent. Then we're going to add our honey beans. Look at these honey beans. Aren't they gorgeous? I soaked them overnight. Now, you don't necessarily have to soak them overnight. And if you want to just pick out some of the... These are beautiful, though. Look at that. Already, they're fabulous. And I am going to pressure cook this, I believe, for 45 minutes. Come up to pressure, 45 minutes. 45 minutes for beans? Are you serious? My mother's beans would take hours in the oven. Instapot cuts the cooking time in half, which is magnificent. I'm so excited about this. All right, so I'm gonna saute this, and then what I'm gonna do is add all of my ingredients to this and show you how to put the pressure on. The pressure's on for my Nigerian beans. Stick with me, home stretch here. Beans are gonna go in right now. Now, what I did with the pepper, I had to put my gloves on, and literally I could feel it through the gloves, the heat. So, I'm putting all these beans in, 2 pounds of beans. Just keep that in mind, okay? It's 2 pounds of beans. Push that in, got the saute off. Here we go. Look how pretty these beans are. Okay. Now, I got my bouillon cubes, or my magais, put that in. Stick that in. Put the chili sauce, that all goes in. I need also some water too, or we got some chicken stock. I'm gonna put some chicken stock in, but I'm also gonna put some water in as well. So a little bit of water, maybe a little bit of chicken stock, maybe about this much. And what I did was I took out, hang on, I'll put that in. That's what's gonna give it that pretty color. That pretty yellowy color that goes in the beans and makes it really, really good looking. Now you can add more or less to whatever you want, depending. I might put a little bit more, let me see, just to give it a little more zhuzh. And let's see, I also have here, I'm gonna put some more garlic, because you can never have enough garlic. Here we go, I got that going in. Okay, zhuzh that around. And here I am saying okay again. Sorry, I don't mean it. I mean it, but I don't mean it. Sorry, I'm not sorry. I'm not even gonna touch this because this is like the devil's tongue, buddy. That's the devil's tongue right here. Here's this other tongue. Get in there. Don't even touch it because you're gonna have your fingers burnt off, my friends. All right, now it does have aromas, it says, so here we go. So we're gonna have like 3 or 4 of these go in. And how I'm gonna do it, crush it with my hands, put it in. We ain't playing. We ain't playing. Ah! Just sprayed everywhere. Oh my gosh. Yikes. I ought to get a star for that. That was amazing. That shot across the room. All right, 4 of these. And you know what? I'm probably just gonna dump it in the sauce too, because that's gonna add residual flavor. So I'm just hand crushing these and making a total mess. And then, there we go, we're not playing. We are cooking with gas. Now, for the last part of it, I got some shrimp powder and I got some shrimp bouillon. Now this is granulated shrimp bouillon, just so you know. I need another spoon. You know how much spoons I've gone through already? Yeah, lots and lots and lots. Okay, now a couple of teaspoons of this. And look what it looks like. It's gonna impart that shrimp flavor. Now, depending on how much, you can or how little, I'm gonna do about, probably about 3 big heaping tablespoons of that. And don't knock it till you try it. I know, people are gonna be like, gross. You'll be fine, you'll be fine. Okay, a couple of these go in as well. So that's why you don't need a lot of salt, because bouillon is salty. I'm gonna put about 2, okay? I said it again. Sorry, I'm just gonna say okay, 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 until the cows come home. Whatever. Let's mix this in. Perfecto. Now, the last thing I'm gonna do, I'm mixing this all in, and then I'm gonna add some water. Water, 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 water. Yeah, water, water, water. Let me get some water. And some water here. I won't fill it. Beans need water. They just do. How much water? We'll find out. We shall find out. I'm gonna mix it in. And it's almost like a slow cooker kind of thing. But I'm gonna add a little bit more. Probably, let me look, bring it to the pot. I'm gonna go with this. If I'm wrong, I will find out the hard way in the end. But this is it. Oh, it smells good in here already. Look at that. You got the beans, the chili sauce, the habaneros, the tomato, peppers, onions, garlic, the magi, which is the beef, the bouillon cubes, the shrimp bouillon, and, hang on here, the shrimp powder, okay? Here we go. And I said okay again, just to round it out. Let me add a couple of zhuzhs just in case, just for good luck. Let's pray. We can do this. We can do this. Let's see if we can do this together. Okay? Here we go. I want it on pressure, but I might have to do manual. And then I'm gonna do probably about 45 minutes. 45 minutes. And that pressure, low pressure, hang on. It's gonna be on the vent, seal it, right? So we're gonna put it on seal, which is the difference between this is releasing and this going towards right or left. Okay, this will pop up and that's when the pressure builds. So it's gonna be on seal, and then when you release the air, you push it to this. You can do a natural release, or you can do it where you push it towards that, but we're gonna do probably a natural release because I gotta go to work. So it's gonna build up pressure. It's gonna build up pressure here, and then for 45 minutes, this is gonna cook on high pressure, and it'll be ready when I get back from work. So excited, and I just can't hide it. We're pressure cooking, and we're gonna do a lot of these recipes because I really like the idea of pressure cooking. All right, I'm back. So what I ended up doing, because it has this here, low 2-3. Now what that usually means is a natural release of pressure. But instead of that, what I ended up doing is pressing the knob forward, and that shot out the steam. And now it's coming down from the pressure, because you have all kinds of hot pressure built up in this Instapot, and it's dangerous. You don't want to lift that lid or take that lid off until it's absolutely ready. Hear that? Hear it? That went down, and that's perfect. And then we'll wait a few more seconds, and then we will open the pot, and it'll be ready at that point. Until then, it's too dangerous. Don't do it. But once the pressure is completely released, then we'll be able to open the Instapot and see what's inside. Hang with me. All right, I'm back. Here's the beans, fresh from the pressure cooker. Look at that. Look how good those look. Now I'm gonna finish it off with some chopped cilantro. cilantro, coriander. This is something that is funny. It's in so many different cultures. So I'm just gonna stir that in, and the pot is hot enough. It just finished pressuring off. And then we're gonna bowl this out. I got people waiting to try this. This is West African or Nigerian bean porridge. And if you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and join me next time for Everything Spice. Be safe, everyone.